Hi, and welcome to Mike's Diabetes World. Here's a mess again, as usual. Today, I want to talk about what are the causes of diabetes. Well, first of all, let me put a disclaimer out there. I am not a doctor. I just did some research that shows what people thought the causes were of diabetes. First of all, I'm talking from the viewpoint of the type 1 diabetic. I'm not a type 2. I don't know why you have type 2 if you have type 2. I have a type 1. And as such, that's not really good. There we go. As such, I require insulin because my body doesn't make insulin. Now, a theory I have heard since teenager is that I ate too much sugar. Oh, yes, that was it. You eat too much sugar. That's why you have type 1 diabetes. No, that's not the case. The amount of sugar you are eating doesn't contribute to type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune, which means nothing I did got it. Now, a big cause or a leading cause is what you get from your parents. I know there's been quite a few cases where people who have type 1, their sons or their daughters can also get type 1. It's nothing you can do about that. Same as there's no reason why you went dark hair instead of blonde. It's up to the genes that you were dealt. In my family, personally, there wasn't any. According to my grandmother, according to my father, and you know what? Okay, so something else must have happened. Something else must have caused my body to converge and start destroying my beta cells. For those of you who don't know, there are two types of cells in the Isles of Langerhans, which is in the pancreas. One are alpha cells, which who make glucagon when you need energy and you need it fast. The other one is insulin, which lowers the blood sugar. Imagine that. Well, they feel something is allowing your body to attack itself. And that's why you have type 1 diabetes. Now, I know years ago, and I'm talking just after I had it for about a year, so I'm talking 1978, 1979, the thought was, let's give antibiotics because that'll stop your body from hurting itself even more. Nothing really came of it. There's medications which could cause you to have problems. To be truthfully honest, I don't think they've known the reason. But I think you have to be calm with yourself and letting yourself know that there's nothing you really did to make yourself a type 1 diabetic. It sucks. And I know that. It sucked for me too. But you have to be open. You have to allow yourself, excuse me, itchy eye, that people have been looking into this for years. This diabetes type 1 has been around since probably beginning of mankind, but it was first taken a look at, I think the Greeks found it. And you know what? I won't tell you how they determined whether a person had diabetes because it wasn't a great way of doing it. But you know what? You need to pick up, carry on, talk to your doctor about more. Who knows? You could be the leading question that could lead to the cure of type 1 diabetes. I think we all need to wish for the best. I know there's many different projects out there that look promising. And I know when I first got diabetes, the cure is just around the corner. I can feel it. That was back in 77. I don't think the cure was right around the corner. And I can remember probably some mother telling her son or daughter back in 1947, oh, well, the cure is just around the corner. But, you don't go anywhere in life if you constantly think of the negatives. If you move yourself and think of positives, then you're going to move along in the world. You take better care of yourself, and I don't think I ever really had, the why me syndrome. I know when I was sick, now I'm not trying to be one who's saying, oh, well, they'll never have a cure. I've talked about this before on this channel, and when I was first diagnosed, I was taught how to give a shot with a glass needle and a needle that you had to sharpen. Shortly after, and I'm talking months after I got diabetes, they went to disposable. Step up, trust me. And then from there, we went to blood testing. So there's always stuff new happening. Don't be worried. Don't be, oh, well, I have diabetes. Nothing I do will help. Maybe research. Maybe find out what you can do differently. Who knows? You may find a new treatment or cure. Or you may find an easier way for yourself to do things. Don't let it get you down. It's not worth it. Trust me, it isn't. But like I said earlier, I didn't go through this. I didn't really say, oh, why me? I went through the point of, this sucks. This really sucks. But, I kind of went and said, oh, well, you got to do what you got to do. the whole worst part of having diabetes for me was everyone, and this is more in my 20s and such, everyone would start looking at you differently. Oh, well, you can't do that job because you're a diabetic. Things have changed there, too. It's not all because of you. Prove them wrong. Get out and prove them wrong. Type 1 diabetes isn't a death sentence. Was back in the early 20s. Now, no. So, understand that yes, you got the unlucky life that you have to live with diabetes, but it could be worse. You have the opportunity in this age to lead a life which isn't the end of the world. You know, diabetes is probably the best of both worlds. And having type 1 diabetes, you can do practically any job you want. And, there's laws now that you can't be discriminatory against people with diabetes unless there's a good reason, such as you can't fly a plane for an airline because you may cause people death too. I actually don't know if that's still true, but I think it's more than likely still true. I know for a while there you couldn't be a police officer because, again, you would be handling a gun, and if you had to take prisoners or whatever, escort prisoners, you might yourself become sick and unavailable. Every day I get up, I take my insulin, I have breakfast. Does it look like I don't have breakfast? But it allows me to continue one more day. It's something to think about. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.